Hi, this is Mike Giuliano, the head coach of the women's soccer program here at Georgia Gwinnett College. And one of the many things I love to do when I'm talking to recruits is to talk about the facilities that we're able to offer them in their 4 years here at school. I'm standing right now in a 25,000 square foot intercollegiate athletics only facility that has state-of-the-art everything, as you'll see today as we sort of take our tour around. We love to show the experience that the students are going to have, and part of that is the quality facilities we're able to offer them. So come along and take a look and see what we have to offer as we show you what it's like to be a student athlete here at Georgia Gwinnett College. So I've been fortunate enough to have 4 teams win collegiate national championships, and the bottom line is that here at GGC we are putting together a team that will win national championships as well. But the fact is this: if student athletes come here and win a national title but they fail in the classroom, they have failed overall. So I'm standing right now in the Academic Study Center for student athletes, and that's a big deal for us. For example, that our women's soccer team has over a 3.2 average overall for the entire GPA. So in this room and in other rooms throughout the building, this is where we find tutors for student athletes, we find mentors for student athletes, and we make sure that whatever they're doing on the pitch is important, but what they're doing in the classroom is even more important. Now it's time to leave the Student Athlete Study Center and transition across the hall to the Team Meeting Room 1. Come along with me. One of the many uses we have of this room is this is where we break down the videotape that we have of our games, and we break it down in the most detailed ways possible. You will know how you did on every touch in every game. You will know, we're able to draw on the screen and actually say, okay, so Lauren, you were here, but we want you next time to be here when the ball comes from this certain area of the pitch. And so this technology is relatively new, it's state of the art, it's relatively expensive, but here at GGC we're trying to win national championships, and so we're given the resources to be able to use that kind of thing. So this room is a place where we take our amazing video footage that we have, and we take that video footage and we help the players get better from one game to the next. So here's one of the things that I always tell our student athletes, especially the ones that are considering us from out of the state or out of the country. I love the kind of video broadcast commitment and capabilities that we have here. That if you come here, your family and your friends are going to be able to watch broadcasts of you that will be a quality that they're not used to seeing anywhere else. Now we're about to leave Team Meeting Room number 1 and head downstairs to the athletic training room. Come on with me. All right, I'm standing now in the athletic training room. This is a really big deal for our program. This is where we make sure that you're healthy enough and you're thriving enough physically to be able to play at your highest possible level. So a lot of things happening here to my left, where my student athletes take their ice baths. It may not sound like fun, but the research is that to do that is one of the fastest ways to recover after a difficult match. In addition to all of that, just the number of athletic trainers we have versus the number of student athletes we have, just their availability is just so, it's just an availability it's difficult to find perhaps at other places. So this room keeps you healthy, this room keeps you on the pitch, and that helps us win more games. Now we're headed to the strength and conditioning room for our student athletes. Come on with me. Now we're in the strength and conditioning room for the student athletes of Georgia Gwinnett. And what I've learned here so far is that so many things have changed in how we make student athletes stronger, how we make them less prone to injury, how we make them faster. And fortunately, Joe, who runs our strength and conditioning program, knows all of that. And he knows my student athletes by name. He knows exactly what they have to work on. He knows how they did last week in their strength conditioning programs. And it's been great to see so many students and so many athletes getting faster and stronger and less prone to injury in such a short period of time. So come with me now as we head over to the women's soccer locker room. Come with me. All right, so for student athletes considering GGC women's soccer, this is another really important place. This is our indoor home for Grizzly soccer, the women's soccer locker room. As you can see, in our locker room, each of our student athletes has their own locker, their own sort of safe to keep valuables in their own places, store things. More importantly, though, I think, is what happens here in terms of this is the social gathering many times for the team before training sessions or after training sessions. It's also the place where our pregame talks happen. I love pregame talks. My team will tell you I can get a little corny during pregame talks, but I think they're important moments sort of set the stage for what we're about to do. We've been talking about our indoor home, but our outdoor home, I love it for so many reasons. One of the reasons I love it is because every year they're adding more things to it, more buildings, more facilities. Turf is the highest turf that money can buy. You may or may not know that turf comes in different levels of quality, and this was, they did it the right way. They spent the money to get the turf that would last long and play well and play true. I love the commitment that GGC's put into giving us a state-of-the-art facility. It's not surprising we get to host conference tournaments and many other big games because we provide such a great facility to do that in. Again, there's so many people that come together to make this a college atmosphere. This should be the best soccer experience of your entire career, and I think having the kind of resources that I'm able to have here for an incredible, professional looking and professional sounding college soccer experience. Thank you for joining us on our quick tour around the athletic complex here at Georgia Gwinnett College. If you're a fan, we look forward to having you at a future game on the sidelines. And if you're a prospective student athlete considering Georgia Gwinnett women's soccer, hope to see you on the pitch sometime in the years ahead. Go Grizzlies!